Good morning, Desert Sands Unified School District. My name is Sean Webb. I'm the Director of Community Engagement in the Educational Foundation. You're watching Classroom Conversations. We're in episode 18 of season 2 here. Got a great episode planned for us. We've got the Director of Nutritional Services, Dan Capello, is going to come on and talk to us about everything going on with the meals going out and so forth and distribution, as well as we're going to have our Indio 5-minute update with our own Brooke Berry. It's a great partnership that we have with them. But before we move on, I want to make sure to thank our friends over at CoachellaValley.com. Craig, thank you very much for your partnership. It's outstanding that you allow us to display this on your page and your platform, as well as we're going live to La Quinta High School's Facebook page, Desert Sands, the Foundation, as well as Shadow Hills Facebook page. And then we're also live on the Foundation Twitter and YouTube. But I want to thank the Foundation board members as well. And I'd like to read the mission statement. The Desert Sands Educational Foundation secures funding and awards money to provide supplemental resources that enrich and enhance student learning in Desert Sands Unified School District. Their vision statement. In partnership with public and private sectors, Desert Sands Educational Foundation financially supports creative and innovative programs that enrich and enhance the educational experience in the academics, the arts, and extracurricular activities that engage all students and staff in Desert Sands Unified School District. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and bring on Chef Mary, our co-host here, and see how she's doing. Hey, Chef Mary, how you doing?
Hey, good morning. I'm doing well. Last night we had a little show in the air with the thunderstorm. Did you guys have it over there?
You know, we definitely had it. I woke up at about 1:30, 2:30, and 3:30 because Piper was letting us know what was going on. Our little pug was not having fun with the thunder and lightning.
Ours started like about 5:30 or 6, just that when it was starting to get dark. So at our backyard, we were able to go outside, and it was incredible. I mean, it was like being on the East Coast.
Okay. You gotta love those. You gotta love those big storms when we have them.
Jeez.
Well, as we talked about it earlier, we've got a full show today. Very exciting. I want to go ahead and bring up some slides before we bring in our guests. But as Mary, as you know, College Kickoff Week is next week.
Yes.
So I'm hoping that on Tuesday when I see you, we're going to dress for success. Maybe you'll see me in a shirt and tie that day. Who knows? I haven't worn one of those in a while. And then when we see you again on Thursday, that's dress to represent. So we want to see college gear and those types of things on Tuesday and Thursday. But you can see we've got Monday through Friday worth of events there.
That is going to be a fun time. I like the pajama day. That's what I want to be on.
Yeah, I you know what? I don't think I'll be able to wear pajamas because I might be called in a sub, and that wouldn't be the most. It'd probably be very comfortable, but not the most appropriate.
No.
Yeah, and then also, Mary, we want to remind everybody about the college fair that's coming up. This is a free event that we've partnered with. We've partnered with all of our school districts out here, Palm Springs Unified, CV Unified, and Desert Sands. And you can sign up for free there, up to a couple thousand. I think it's up to 5,000 people can sign up for this, Mary. And it's taking place on October 14th. What's really cool about this, okay? So when you sign up, you're going to be given access to an app specifically for My College Fair, okay?
Oh, wow.
And just like you and I are interacting here, people can interact on the app, pick the college they want to interact with, and they can actually schedule an appointment and have a live session with a counselor. So just like in the past when they would be at Agua Caliente for the college fair and you'd walk around and you'd have those quick conversations.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's the same thing, but it's now going to be in the digital format. And I think it's going to be a little bit more personal too, because it's a one-on-one and you don't have all these other multiple conversations going on all around you. So that is available at mycollegefair.com, and that's a partnership with all the school districts as well as our extended education out here. COD's partnered with us, Cal State, as well as UC Riverside.
Oh, that's awesome. Because I think those one-on-one college things, when I first came to Palm Springs, I think they had a job fair somewhere, and I actually got involved in one of those. And it was really interesting to actually meet, human resource people and to have a face-to-face meeting with them. So doing this online is going to be, it's just nice to look at the face and have a conversation. Most
definitely. And the most important thing that we need to share about today, I'm sure our students want to know about this. No school on February 8th. I'm sorry, not February 8th. Geez, Friday, October 8th. Friday, October 8th. That's this Friday. That's a staff professional development day. So that's, if you remember, those were the days where
we did lunch.
You guys would do the lunch for La Quinta High, while Dr. Cook, myself, and all the other administrators at the staff there would go ahead and work together to share the best practices of going on, maybe in the English classroom that could be translated into the social science classroom. So they're going to work together to fine-tune lessons as well as fine-tune activities and culture on campuses. So that goes on all day on Friday, October 8th. I don't know where I got February from. Geez.
F is in February, maybe.
Yeah, there we go. There is another one coming up, and that's in January, but who knows? But okay, so now we have our weekly update with Brooke. So I'm going to go ahead and bring her on here. She's our public information officer that's our title. She's the director of communications and media and marketing. We've got Brooke with us. Geez, I even messed it up again. Sorry about that, Brooke. Brooke, how are you doing?
I'll take it on.
Oh, great to see you.
Yeah, you too. You too. I love to hear about that professional development day on Friday, as so many government offices are actually off on Monday.
Oh, okay. Yep.
But kids are in school on Monday,
Correct.
but out of school on Friday. It lines up very well.
We always are. We always have a competition. Not a competition, but it's always a struggle when we have teachers that work in both CV Unified as well as Desert Sands or Palm Springs, or even like yourself, with the different vacations and so forth. It kind of gets a little trying at times, but we do the best we can to make sure those calendars fit as much as possible.
It is hard. It is hard. Well, we all know, just even trying to schedule classroom conversations, getting everyone in the same place. So yes, just like I will take whatever you want to throw at my title, I will take that Monday. That's one of those unicorn days when I am off, but my children are in school. It's incredible, really.
Oh, so you're really excited about this. Okay.
Yeah, on Friday, we'll have to figure out what's going on with them. But yes.
There we go.
We have so much going on this week in the city of Indio, Sean. Thanks for giving me a platform to talk about it a little bit. I think yesterday we put out Indio Live, which is the city's monthly digital newsletter, and you can subscribe by going to the homepage of indio.org. This goes out to about 8,000 people, but we'd love for it to be 80,000. So everyone's really in the know about what's going on. You'll see a calendar of events. We'd like to highlight people in our community. So please email me, bberry@indio.org, if there's somebody that you'd like us to nominate to feature in Indio Live. We feature all of our schools. We try and put information about what's happening. In fact, we have a couple of different features in there from Desert Sands. We have the college fair information, and we also are trying to continue to give people the resources. So if they want to be a part of the preschool program too, you can do that. So much to find out there, and things to do, including National Night Out that's happening tonight.
Oh, wow.
Yes, in the city of Indio. So that's going to start. It's from 6 to 8:30. It's right outside of City Hall. It's in person, but it's outside. And it's a great opportunity to meet your Indio police officers and also some of the partnering agencies, learn what they do. I'll be out there for at least a little while, giving some information about the city. There's going to be food. There'll be
food. Go wrong with food trucks.
I love it.
Food trucks. Yes, exactly. And, sometimes it can be very, very warm, but we're really going to luck out tonight, aren't we?
Yeah. Oh, no, the weather's been great. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do my hike this morning because it was raining, but I'm glad for the cool down.
But I'm sure you didn't sleep in. I'm sure you were doing
No, I was still up. You're right.
You were still up. But yeah, the weather last night was great to get a little bit of rain. I don't know if it rained where you all live, but it rained pretty significantly at our house. So that was really nice.
Yeah.
We had huge thunder and lightning and rain and hail and everything. It was great.
Yeah. And there wasn't a lot of damage too. So we're in that sweet spot where roads didn't close. There weren't trees in the street, but we still got a little bit of, I think, much needed rain. We wanted to just remind folks that there are so many ways to connect with the city of Indio. Some people say, oh, I didn't know about this or that or the other. We're very active on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram. Our Instagram stories is a great way to get information about what's happening in the city, to learn about activities that are going on with our Indio Teen Center, or any of the other things that are happening with the city. So please join us on any of those platforms. And since we're starting October, just another plug for the Teen Center. It's right across the street from Indio High School, but it's actually the information and the activities there are open to anyone between the grades of 8 through 12. It is free. It's weekday activities, including culinary arts, sports. There's a state-of-the-art boxing ring. There's music production. They don't call them arts and crafts, but there's activities like that. And and Sean, I think maybe we have it. I dropped it in at the very last second there, but some interesting, Halloween themed food that they're making. So
okay. Did you say you dropped some pictures in there?
I think I dropped that the calendar in there at the very end, but maybe I didn't save it.
I don't seem to see it, but I'll definitely share it the next time. That's no problem.
And I am just learning. So
no problem. I do have this slide in here for an October event.
Yeah, so this is happening Saturday, October 30th. It's India's Streets of Treats. Basically, if I could explain it in this way, imagine if you closed your eyes and thought, what would Miles Avenue look like if it was really walkable, really bikeable? People were just out in the street, eating, drinking, having fun, making it a really safe place and a fun place for families. That's what we're doing on Saturday, October 30th in the afternoon.
Okay.
We're building out little parklets. It's kind of like a large size Lego kit that we're fitting into the streets so that people could imagine, reimagine what Miles Avenue could look like with all the bells and whistles. And hopefully, let people know this is what we're trying to do downtown and bring them down there for a lot of fun. And the Indio Food Park, which I know played a key part in the Mayor's Cup.
That's right. We all had the designer hot dogs from there.
They're taking a little bit of a break right now, but they are reopening on October 30th, kind of bigger and better.
Okay.
So what a great way to see what's going on at the food park and also to see this reimagined Miles Avenue.
And I'll share with our families that are watching, if you have students that are in the ACES program at the elementary schools over in Indio, we've been working with Mr. Bikus as well as Maria from the Boys and Girls Club, who got out these beautiful coloring activities for all these children that we're going to then collect them. And then I believe the goal is to display all of them, Brooke. I think that's going to be fantastic to have student artwork on display for this public event too.
Yeah, really great. So come on down, take some pictures with it, tweet about it, Facebook about it, and let people know that you're out there. And again, these are great activities because they're outside.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're all being safe and we're having fun and getting back some of that camaraderie that we've, I think, missed over the last couple of years.
Yeah,
exactly. Well, Chef Mary, we've got a couple more seconds with Brooke. Do you have any questions for her?
No, I love the street art concept because my niece that lives in New York and my granddaughter here, I have two pieces that they made me, one for Halloween and one's a red bird, and they put it on canvas. And I really like it. I keep it here in my bedroom with me. It's like, I think you can almost collect children's street art. It's pretty amazing what they can come up with and the detail and the thought process. And it's all freelance.
Yes.
No. Oh, you know what, Brooke? It just came up. I had to refresh my screen. I do have that calendar, so I will put it up real quick on screen here. So we can go forward. These are all the different activities. This is fantastic.
I'm learning some of your tricks. So we can keep this one for the future too. But I was looking at this yesterday. I put it out when Facebook came back up yesterday. Yeah. Sean and I were saying like, well, it was a little bit of a break kind of, but slowing down what we had to do. But I was looking at this and there's such cool activities coming up all month. So yes, this is free. And in fact, you don't even have to live in Indio to take part at the Teen Center. Anyone, regardless of geography, can take part. 8th through 12th grade students. Programming is after school, pumpkin carving, mask making, string art, kind of just a great way to connect with people. And then to that boxing, we've been waiting for the boxing to come back, and it is. And it's a really neat thing to have there. And we've got that fabulous artwork Chef Mary, you're talking about, a lot of it is student designed and student collaborated. So the kids from Desert Sands who took part in it, you can see it really in every component of what's there. The big sculpture that's outside, the kids actually came up with all the words that make up the base. Student artwork is on the inside. So check it out too as a parent. If you're looking for something for your kids to do even once or twice a week, great resource and free.
Yeah, free is always great. Free is always great. And I love how you guys have all of your social media platforms available for students to go ahead and follow there. No, I love that. Thank you for sharing this with us, and I'll make sure to have it as part of our slides on going throughout the month of October. But Brooke, thank you again for joining us. We've got a full show with Dan coming up next, and we'll catch up with you next week with the Indio Minute.
Thanks so much, Sean. Thanks, Chef Mary. Say hi to Dan for me.
Okay, we'll do. Have a good one. See ya.
Bye, guys.
Okay. Great information and everything coming out of the city of Indio as usual, right? Right, Mary?
I know. And I think that's really great because it's nice to know what's going on down there because everyone thinks it's so far away, but you have all these events. And I think there's a lot of friends of mine that they like to hop around from city to city and see what's going on. They enjoy the street fairs and just different things. You can always find something interesting to buy. Which is
you are always finding interesting things to buy.
Yes.
I love it. Hey, before we bring on Dan, I want to make it now. I want to let everybody know that all of Desert Sands staff will be receiving the first newsletter of the year. The foundation took an account with S'more this year, where we're going to be distributing a newsletter monthly, and this is the first one of the year where you'll see information about our new president. Kathleen, as you know her, we've got pictures of her and her family here. Here's her and her husband. You'll see information about the newsletter there, as well as Mary. This is very exciting. So as you know, as a foundation board member, we have mini grants, and these are some of the past testimonials. Well, here we have it. You guys, and you made it happen. In this newsletter, there's going to be the application for teachers to apply up to $400.
Oh, wow.
For teacher mini grants. And that'll go directly to the classroom. And some of the teachers have already asked me that I've had basic conversation. Does it have to be for STEAM? Does it have to be for this? Does it have to be for that? It's for anything, $400. So we're going to have a couple of those available, up to $10,000 worth available for our staff. Let's see, you got our events calendar. And this is the real cool thing, the Foundation Express, Mary. As you know, that's November 6th. So I've been working with our team. Dan, I know Dan's been in the background watching this too. I've been working with our team to getting silent auction items and live auction items. Aqua Caliente, thank you so much. You just came in huge. We've got a $200 spa certificate, Chef Mary. Got $300 in golf. $750 2-night stay at the resort and hotel in Aqua Caliente. $100 at the steakhouse. I could eat that myself.
Really? I'm ready for that.
Definitely. So thank you very much, Aqua Caliente Bandiculi Indians. It's fantastic for your partnership. We're going to use these for a good cause. And as people want to know, for the foundation event there on November 6th, Mary, we're raising those funds. And this came from elementary principals as well as middle school principals. We're raising those funds specifically for physical education, for PE equipment, and so forth. So that takes place November 6th. And you'll see that information there. I'm also going to be posting information about how you can purchase tickets for that. So lastly, before we have Dan come on, this is our big announcement, Mary. This is awesome. BNP Paribas Open, okay? The tennis open that's going on. Caddy corner for my house in Indian Wells.
Yes, I know.
Partnered with us. They called me up over the weekend. They're giving us up to 1,000 tickets for Desert Sands staff to attend on October 11th. October 11th, it's going to be one of their nights where they're celebrating heroes in the community. They want to celebrate heroes in tennis paradise. So thank you for your partnership. That information is coming out to all Desert Sands staff shortly. But no, they're just amazing that we have this partnership with them. BNP Paribas, thank you. I've been working with one of their ticketing associates, Talia Felich, who actually is, you'll love this, Mary. She was at La Quinta High when I was an assistant principal there, one of my first years. Yeah. And then her husband, I was actually a teacher of his at Palm Desert years ago. So you got to love the connection in the community through education.
Totally.
Gotta love that. But speaking of connections, we're going to bring on the most connected guy in all of food services here in Desert Sands, our very own Director of Nutritional Services, Mr. Dan Capello. Good morning, Dan. How you doing?
Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Chef Mary. How are you?
Good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. It's a good day.
It
So
is
Dan,
a good day.
Dan, you shot me an email. You've shot me a couple emails over the last couple of weeks, but I want to point out, Chef Mary, that Dan always likes to point out whenever he's on, it's one of our most viewed shows because it's about food. And he's got some important things to talk about today.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
I like to joke with Sean that I raise his ratings. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I choose to believe. So good morning, you two. I think most importantly, the things that I would like to talk about today is we're having some distribution issues with the kitchen.
Okay.
So we really thought that COVID, the year that we were out, the year and a half that we were serving meals on the street, was going to be extremely difficult, but this year is off to a challenging start as well.
Okay.
We're doing a lot of menu substitutions. One of the complexities of school nutrition is we have to essentially order food a month in advance. And so we have a huge central kitchen freezer downstairs with about $300,000 worth of inventory in it that's packed to the rafters. So we've got plenty of food right now, but unfortunately our menus are going to change.
Okay. I remember one day I was in with Mary Perry, and yep. I hope it's okay to share this, but you came in, you were frustrated because one of the things you were frustrated about is like, we have chicken nuggets right now, and we don't serve chicken nuggets. We serve grilled chicken strips. We don't, and you're like, where's a nugget come from?
Yeah, exactly. That's very funny. I'm surprised you remembered that. But yeah, we don't have chicken nuggets. We may do chicken nuggets as a treat. We do them. They come out with some really neat ones in holiday season. So they'll be shaped like Christmas trees or bats or, Valentine's hearts, those types of things. But generally, we use a whole muscle breaded chicken tender. We don't use chicken nuggets. And so it was a surprise to me. I wasn't even aware that we had made the change. And that's because major, huge vendors are substituting us. And we're really in a scramble to just sort of take whatever we can get at this point. Now, it all still has to be school nutrition compliant. We haven't had to change that yet. But certainly it is a very challenging time, and we're making menus. So we apologize to the parents. I understand. I understand how important it is for your students to be able to look at the menu and see what's going to be on it. But right now, we're trying to substitute like for like products, but it is really a difficult time.
Chef Mary, you were sharing about the arena. You're having similar things go on as well.
Yeah, we were trying to find a place to give us, 8-inch hot dog buns. And that was a challenge. And then we went into shredded mozzarella, that was a challenge to find it. I mean, it's kind of interesting. And then the other day I was in the store and I was looking for a product that you can get in a can. And the guy said, we're not getting any canned products in this particular product. You can only get it in a glass bottle. And I thought that was kind of interesting that, it's gone to that extent. So it's affecting, I think, a lot of people as well as your school system, Dan.
Yeah. It's funny. Those are two great examples that you just gave because those are the same problems that we're having. One of the big ones has been bread. So it may surprise our viewers, but our bread is baked fresh every day. And we get it from a bakery. Now it's school compliant whole grain bread. It's not it's whole grain. It's not white or anything, but yeah, we had to make substitutions, and there may be a day where we may have a chicken sandwich that normally it would come on a hamburger bun, but we have to do something else just because we can't get bread.
Wow.
Right now, bread is sort of we're stable with bread. One of the huge issues we're having right now is the paper products that we use.
Yep.
Because many years ago, we switched from cafeteria scoops to we do a lot of prepackaging, and we're having a ton of time. So kids are being surprised, especially the little ones, where they've come to know we use like a little square box for them to put their food in, and now suddenly they've got these 5-compartment trays that they're using. So there's a lot of changes and a lot of learning that's going on, but right now we're just doing whatever we can do to get the job done.
Well, I think it's commendable what you're doing, Dan. I compare it to me substitute teaching right now, right? So think about it. We are in dire need of substitute teachers. We're in dire need of substitute everything.
Yeah,
in other stands. And it just comes down, everybody's in need for all the different things that are going on. It's definitely need when you have to go to me in the bullpen to
Oh,
sub-teach.
That's funny. I was out at, I think it was Korea Ranch a few weeks ago, running the register. It's been a while since I've done that, but it was really fun. I certainly, our staff I consider them heroes, and I hope most of you do as well. But for me, when I get out on occasion, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it certainly isn't fun when you do it on a daily basis, I'm sure. But they've seen me out in the field as well too. But you know, it's definitely enjoyable. It's nice to see happy kids for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of heroes, I'm not sure if you heard me earlier, Dan. I'm going to be coming to your office with a printouts because I know that not all nutritional staff check their email all the time, but we're going to have an email going out to all staff talking about a partnership with the BNP Paribas, where they're honoring all Desert Sand staff on October 11th.
That's
so
awesome.
I've got some flyers for, I'm going to be emailing as well, but I'll drop it off to you. But it's got QR codes so staff can then scan and then sign up for tickets that way as well. But no, they're honoring our heroes. They're honoring us. It's going to be a special day, and I hope you can join us on October 11th as well.
I certainly will see what I can do. That sounds really exciting. That's nice that they're honoring us that way.
Yeah, completely great
community this is. You know, like Brooke was saying, you know, it's really great that they're having that festival downtown, and people that generally don't spend time downtown can get down there, see what we have to offer in this town. I think we all have to support each other. This has certainly been the most challenging. I mean, it's going on 2 years soon with this COVID thing. Yeah. I mean, it's just time's flying by, and it's like it's really great to have these community events. I think they're great.
Yeah, and I love that everybody's adjusting to have them outdoors so people can then feel safe and so forth.
Exactly.
Well, this is why we live in the desert, right?
That's right.
August, I wonder, and then
we're hitting that stretch.
And I'm like, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. This is the place.
There you go. Hey, Dan, thank you for taking the time to join us. Hey, anytime you want to join us, you let me know. I do want to give a little snippet. Chef Mary, we got an activity coming with Dan in November at John Glenn Middle School. That's all you're going to hear now, but a fun activity coming with John Glenn. We're running it up the chain here, but I can't wait to. And it deals with partnering with one of our agricultural friends, Mary.
Yeah. Oh, I can make hot dogs.
There we go. That's not agriculture.
I'll be with
there
you,
go,
Mary.
Hey, Dan, thanks a lot. We'll see you later.
Thank you. And before I go, I just want to say thank you to the community for your patience through this time. I know you probably hear from your kids and they're like, they didn't have this and they had that instead. Yeah. And I haven't gotten a ton of complaints. So I would just like to thank everybody for their patience throughout this. This too will pass.
I love it. This too will pass. Thank you, Dan. We'll see you later.
Bye, Dan.
Bye-bye.
Oh, he's always fun to talk with, wouldn't you say?
I know. He's great. You know, I'm always sorry I never got to know him better when I was there. It was like, you know, we were so busy with our programs and his programs. But, you know, he brought up something that was kind of interesting about, you know, all of a sudden changing roles. The last 2 times at the arena, I was running around doing my inspection. Next thing I knew, I was doing the salad bar. Yeah. And then last week, or the week before that, we have this company called Everbowl. And I was dishing up ice cream and cutting up strawberries and running the cash register. Because, you know, just like you said, you're doing substitute teaching. And now you're finding that, you know, we're multifaceted. We have 4 or 5 titles that you run around with because we show up. Yep,
exactly. You know what? We're there. We're the, there's probably a better name for this, but we're the doers in life, right? We're those types of people.
Exactly. I mean, like, and I really like what I do. And if I can do something to make something simpler, I don't mind. There's nothing too difficult or too hard that I won't embrace and step in. You have to do that. You know, you have to support your people. Yep,
definitely. Hey, Mary, before we go, I do want to give one last shout out. We had, as you know, we had the football game on Friday for Shadow Hills versus La Quinta, and it was the first Hometown Heroes event. And I will say it's probably the very first time that the foundation has been very connected to an actual football game. And the reason why we were connected to that football game is because, as you guys have heard and Classroom Conversations, we've become partners with the Public Service Academy over at La Quinta, where we're housing the Memorial Fund for Hunter Lopez. And what happened on Friday is during halftime, they had a presentation where, I don't know if you saw any video clips and so forth, but I'll definitely send you the link. Mr. Schmidt had the whole crowd going.
Oh,
Imagine 6,000 people yelling out "Hoorah" in
oh
name of
my
our
God.
alumni and our students. It was just a very special event. But for that event, while Mr. Schmidt, it's funny they called him Michael Schmidt on the news with Kevin, aka Michael Schmidt, speaking and so forth. There was a large screen and it had pictures of both Salvador and Hunter. I'm not going to show the pictures that was shared, but I'll tell you that large screen costs a lot of money. And with that being said, that large screen was donated by some of our foundation sponsors and so forth. And I thought it'd be worthy to show this while we're talking about it, Mary. So this was on the very large 10 by 20 screen going throughout the whole football game, where people could go ahead and make donations as well as just appreciate. This was somebody from Old Town Artisan Studios, Victory Grun. She's a friend of mine. I serve on the board.
Yeah, Victor.
Yeah, you know Victory well. And her first husband, get this, they were married in August. He reported to Vietnam in September and he passed in October.
Oh my God.
That's how long they were married for. And she made a donation for this screen, which was fantastic. One of my close friends, and he was at many showdowns, and you probably met him for the first time when Tim Bradley came in the kitchen. That's Matt Rifkin.
Yeah.
He's a local commercial realtor. Thank you very much for your partnership with that. The city of Indio, they helped fund the screen. That was pretty amazing. You got to love our partnership with them. The city of La Quinta, thank you very much. You know, it's one of the first times that I was talking to Jim Curtis that we got Indio dollars for a La Quinta event. It was pretty cool. But thank you also, City of La Quinta, for your partnership. West Coast Turf, John Marmon. John was a Desert Sands alum. His father worked at COD for years as their athletic director. Thank you for your partnership, West Coast Turf. Palm Springs Air Museum. So here, unfortunately, we didn't have the flyover due to, they flat out said it due to VP Harris being in town. So we're working, I'll just say, Mary, we're working on the flyover for something else. You'll get to hear about that.
Cool.
And then they also, you know, one of the great things they have at Palm Springs Air Museum is you could take, you know, rides in these beautiful airplanes for $99.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Our friend Bianca Ray, she helped fund the screen as well. Thank you very much. At Heirloom Craft Kitchen. So prior to the game, Mary, I wish you could have been there because prior to the game, we had all of the students from the class of 17 and 19 from culinary as well as public service academy there. They're working together. They had a barbecue, and Chef Andy, she provided all of the hot dogs and buns. And then our friends over at the Citrus Country Club, Biff.
Oh, Biff, yes.
He gave us some of the biggest burgers I've ever seen. They were half-pound Angus burgers. They were absolutely fantastic. The funny thing is when I picked him up for Biff, you got to love him. He goes, Sean, I'm sorry, they're not Wagyu. Talk about a super guy, right? Talk about a super guy.
They've always
been for your partnership.
Yeah, he's always been there for the school, no matter what.
Yeah. Biff has been fantastic. He's been a fantastic partner. Him and his wife Melanie. They also donated the Hometown Hero sign that was underneath the scoreboard. So it's just a great event, and I just want to make sure to highlight those sponsors for those.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, most definitely. And Mary, I know I got a busy day here, and I got a full day from 12 to 6. We got a conference that I'm attending virtually with Mary Perry. I'll give you some details about that on Thursday. But and then we got the school board meeting tonight. So I got a busy day and night.
You do, and I actually have the week off.
Oh, good for you.
Because it's my birthday.
Yeah, I know this. Mary is turning tomorrow. Happy birthday, Mary.
Exactly. I'm going to reverse that number, and I'm going to be 18.
There you go. I love it.
For the first time, I can reverse the number.
First time you reverse the number, and you're legal to vote. There we go.
Exactly. Well, I'm really glad that they did all of the events at the football team because, you know, a lot of times, you know, those things just disappear from us and we forget or we don't think about them. But our sponsors that come back in and support us, it just goes to show the devotion they have to our projects and to the district and the schools, and they just stay there. I mean, 10 or 12 years with Biff and those guys and Bianca, and, you know, they always are there for us. And I think me personally, I appreciate it a lot.
No, speaking of Bianca, I'm sure you saw over the weekend, I was helping out with the Ray of Hope retreat.
Exactly.
There was over 300 kids there. And of those 300 kids, 200 came from Desert Sands schools.
Yep.
It was just fantastic. From schools from Palm Desert Charter Middle, and I saw kids from Desert Ridge Academy, as well as Thomas Jefferson. It was just great to see all those kids participating in leadership activities, and I'm sure that partnership would have happened with the school, but I'll tell you what, my involvement would not have happened with the Bianca Ray Foundation if not for obviously my connection with her.
Exactly.
It's just great to be able to interact with all the kids as well as the community there. But no, Mary, you've been instrumental in that. You've helped us get some great partnerships over the years, and I want to say thank you for that.
Yeah, and I love our partners. I mean, they're friends. That's
their family. They're family.
Yeah, they become friends and family, and you can always go to them, or they always just check in on you. I mean, sometimes they just check in and go, "Hey, what's going on? What are you doing?" And you don't expect that to happen from a partnership that turned into a friendship.
Well, you think about it. I'm going to rewind us a couple years when Chef Michael was with us, right? And he got that promotion, and he went to Chicago. I almost felt like it was a promotion for all of us. So we celebrated.
I know.
It was just fantastic.
You kind of follow them. It's like with our students. We follow those students, and you just feel that you're like part of that whole process.
Yep.
The pride that you have when you see them. Like, I think Jose is thinking about going to do an internship in France.
That's fantastic. I love it.
I am just beyond excited because he's such a nice young man. And so I follow him, and I follow Joseph, and, we chat back and forth. And so it's nice after all these years, they're there and they're successful.
You talk about the partnerships and community relations, I've been working with Mark Tadros a lot with CV Harvest Box,
exactly.
as you're aware. And when he was in the program, he was a student. There's other students that he graduated with that are now, I'll flat out say, very, very successful in the culinary world. And he says he wants to work with the foundation. He wants to work with culinary once we can and have like a huge tasting menu dinner and do it as a fundraiser to raise funds for that program. And I can't wait for that. You know me, I'm a foodie.
Yeah. You know how I met Mark? Did you know that story, how I met Mark?
No, share about that. And then we'll close out.
When I first, there was our newspaper article about the culinary program. And so I called down and said, do you take volunteers? And I had just finished, the California Culinary Olympics. So I felt, I had a little bit to bring to the table as far as competition, because we had been in competition.
Yep.
And at that time, Mark was, he was in charge of that one part of it. Mrs. Tucker had her instruction. He was the culinary instructor, but he got a promotion and was not in the area anymore. I forget where he went. So we were handling it by phone.
Okay.
So I would take pictures of it and I go, okay, Mark, what do you think? What about this? What about that? And I never really ever physically saw him. Met him in person until I probably think, years later. And maybe it was something he came to the school with. So that relationship goes back to before I even was employed by the school.
Oh, right. So that had been well into before 2010.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was just going to say, in the culinary world, even if you didn't meet through La Quinta, you guys both have a very close friend in Chef Robertson.
Exactly.
Yeah, Chef Robertson, he's one of those culinary guys that's been around for eons in the desert, right? Yeah, Scott's been a great friend of ours and a great friend of the program, anything we've ever done for the district.
Yeah, and I met Scott at a food show that was indoors in Palm Springs, and I was impressed because he was the only guy in a chef outfit. And I don't know why, I thought everybody was in regular clothes, and so you didn't know who the chef was. And we go by Scott's place, and there he was in the chef outfit. He always looks dapper in that thing anyhow, because he's, how he's perfectly groomed in his coat.
Oh, I'm gonna make sure he tunes in at 38 minutes in so he could hear that.
And then I was talking with him, and he goes like, "What do you do?" And I told him, and he goes, "Do you want to come work for me?" And I go, "Well, I don't know. Like, what do you do?" And next thing I know, I was working for him.
Okay, well, that's usually how it works with you, Chef Mary. Next thing you know, you got a job. Next thing you know, too funny. But Chef Mary, I thought this has been a great show. It's been a great day to wrap up things and talk about everything great going on with the city of Indio. Got to love our visitor with Dan. Do you want to close us out here with the community?
Well, just have a super great day. It's a beautiful day, and I'm in San Diego, so it's blue skies and white clouds are gorgeous. And do the best you can to be happy. Find something to be happy. Help somebody. Open a door. I don't know. You can always find some little teeny tiny thing to make someone's day a little better. Just say hello, maybe.
There you go. I love it. Just like we did last week with Just Say Hello Week.
Exactly.
Hey, guys, you have a good one. Chef Mary, I will catch up with you later.